Hey YouTube, you're with Tosh,
And Mudraker.
and we're back in our Space Engineers ships and stuff.
Yeah.
We are, and we're about to start building our space station. So I've grabbed from here, just by clicking and dragging over, some steel plates.
Oh,
Oh, and what we're going to do is we're going to build our space station out in the sun. So Raker's actually already started up here. Oh, and he's bringing his ship over, so we've got some gravity. That's a good thing.
no, the gravity gen's turned off at the
But
moment.
yes, but eventually we'll have some. And what we're going to do is, by sort of looking to where the sun is, we're going to have this as our top, if my memory serves correct. Where's the sun gone? Does the bloody sun move? No, there it is. Okay, so this is the top.
Yes.
So you're
This
upside,
is the top.
you're upside down at the moment. So there's the sun over there. So we figure if we've got this built in sunlight, we should have a little bit more light, because the last few that we've built, we've actually built closer in, and they've been pretty dark. But there are lights and things that you can put up. But so as you can see there, there's the shadow. Now to start building a structure, you hit your G key, which brings up your list of all of the different types of modules and things that you can build. And on the right hand side here, you've got new small ship, new large ship, or new station. So if I click on new station, that gives me a new station block, and I'm just going to join it to this one that we've already started by left clicking. Once that's placed, you then need to have the appropriate components in your inventory, and you select your welder and you hold your left mouse button down until it stops welding, and then we now have a station block in place. And you just continue building them like so. Until you have completed the whole thing, obviously. Now you can colour these. And what I'll do is I'll go back to this station block, and I will hit my G key, and by right clicking on the light armor block, that puts it into my inventory bar. Couldn't think of the word then. And just left click to place. So if I want to change the colour of them, by using the bracket keys, I can scroll through the defined colours. Let's have a nice bright yellow one, shall we? For, safety.
That sounds like a good plan.
I'll just put a line across there of yellow. Now that will remain my colour, by the way, unless I go back in and actually change it again. So every block that I place now will be yellow unless I change it. But that's how it comes out. So that's pretty good. You can see him over there. So if I just go back to 4 again.
We have gravity now.
Oh, excellent. I can change the colours back to just our normal grey one again, and I can land on here. I can turn my jetpack off, and we have gravity.
So the trick with welding,
Yep.
viewers, is don't assume that just because the noises are finished that the welding's finished.
Correct. Yeah. That's a good point, actually. I'll put another one out the edge here, just to show you what we mean by that. So, as I hold the mouse button down, over on the right hand side there, I've released the mouse button for a second, you can see it's at 31%, and if I keep going, now in a second you'll hear the clunk for it to be complete, and you'll see it be complete, but it actually isn't. The red line there on the bar indicates where the component will commence to function. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is fully built. there's not so much difference on these light blocks, but on some of the other ones there's quite a substantial difference between when it actually will function and when it's completed building.
So Tosh,
Yo.
is my ship now clear of the platform? Can we build the
Yes, it
platform
is.
underneath it?
Yes. However, I do need to go back to my ship because my energy suit is low and it's at 5.5%, which is not a good thing to...
No, and it's one of the things that seem to have changed a little bit in the latest version is you don't get the message coming up in red on the middle of the screen anymore when
No.
your suit's low. You do get a voice thing.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm pretty sure I didn't get one then.
And that sometimes is part of the problem.
Yeah.
So you really do have to watch your suit for the red.
Yeah, can't stress that enough, because once you lose power in your suit, you're cactus. You can't move unless you're in gravity. So I could have maybe made it to Raker's ship if I'd had enough time, but...
But even then you couldn't get there in gravity without...
No. Unless I can walk, which I can't up.
Well, not to the ship itself. You
Yeah.
get under it, maybe.
Yep. Okay, now that's telling me I've run out of steel light armor blocks, which is what I was waiting for. So I need to head back to the ship again. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, so there is a bit of rinse and repeat at this stage, just to get a platform that's big enough to disassemble my ship.
Yep.
So maybe Tosh, a pause while we do that.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking that. I was just going to show them, just once more how to go about, collecting stuff. So just click and drag across into your inventory, and it'll fill it up to whatever amount it can. Your tools don't weigh that much, so there's really no big bonus in not carrying your tools around. And we will pause now and commence the rest of our building, and we'll come back when we've got our platform done and we're about to start dismantling the ship, because I think we need to show the guys how to do that.
Absolutely, just enough of a platform to put the ship down on it.
Yep. Alright, so we shall be back shortly. And we're back. And Raker is just about to land his ship on our newly constructed platform.
I did take the connector off the bottom, for those of you who are wondering.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's the bit that's not flat.
Yeah. Sticky outy bit. So, nose down a smidge. It's looking good.
Yes, you can only get your view from one direction at a time, so
yep.
I was getting levels.
Whoop. Which side's your door on?
The other.
Okay. Right.
I reckon it's about where it should be. What do you reckon?
That'll do nicely. Just put your nose down a little bit and you'll be fine. Lovely. Lovely.
And it's close enough. Oh, I might just move it forward a tad so that we can get round and across a little bit more. Just watch yourself there, Tosh.
Yep.
So that when we can actually get round it without falling off to dismantle.
That's a good thing. Yep. Got enough space there now.
Yeah, he said to just accidentally hit Q and twisted it.
Oh. Well, accidentally hit E and untwist it. That's it?
Yeah. I'm just having trouble getting into the...
Lovely.
Okay, so... so what I'm going to do, Tosh, if you're ready...
Yeah.
...is I'm going to start the dismantling, and I'm going to start the dismantling process with the cargo container.
Yep. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't show them. That you can change the colour of your astronaut too.
Yes, that's right.
So
Are
if
we
we go,
recording?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we
Better
go
show
into.
them that.
I have. I will, and I shall. So by pressing T at the medical bay, you can change the colour of your suit. So you saw that Raker had a nice red one. So I'm going to go for a nice safety yellow. So that if I drift off into space, you can see me. Alright, and then that's... Oh, I can't do that in here, obviously. But out here, there you go. Nice bright safety yellow. Very appropriate.
Okay.
Alright, and to dismantle, I'll just show you quickly with just something up the top here will do. So this corner section, so you just select your grinder, move in nice and close as per usual, left mouse button, and it grinds it up, and you actually will pick up the pieces. So there's the 4 steel plates from the thing, which means I actually had a couple in there already. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to head back over here and get some more steel plates, because I need to continue building. And you can see there I've been building a lot of steel plates and stuff there.
So now that we've got a cargo container, we can actually shift everything from your ship to it if you feel so inclined. If you want to bring your ship over. Now, in terms of dismantling, once you've got the cargo container out, that gives you the ability to move stuff off your ship, and particularly when your inventory is not times 10, you need somewhere to put things.
Yeah.
The next thing to do is take the gravity generator and reactor out.
Yep.
So we're going to lose gravity, Tosh.
Okay. That's alright. So I'm in my ship anyway, so... Oh!
What?
Ship fuel critical, and yet I've got 3 days worth of power. It's a bit of a worry.
So the other worry is the fact that you can't, with 3 times inventory, you can't even hold all of the stuff associated with a gravity generator.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a bugger.
It is indeed. So we're doing the gravity generator a bit at a time.
One component at a time.
Where did we want the gravity generator, Tosh?
Closest.
Which way are we going to build? I would have thought maybe out this side.
Yep.
And we build... It's about here? How does that...
Yeah, that'll do.
Where I'm sort of standing, on the right on the edge it'll be. But actually, I might put it under. What do you think?
Well, does that not affect it?
Well, you can just invert the gravity field.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I'm just sort of thinking it is way out in the middle of... No, alright, maybe what I'll do... I hope you're not going to prang into me.
I'm hoping I don't, actually. It was not my intention to do the pranging thing. Just... I'll wait until you finish.
It's okay, I'm going back into my ship now to get the rest of the gravity.
Okay. Alright, so where's my door? Oh, door! Don't you hate it when you get the door on the wrong side?
I do. It's really... The other one I hate is when you can't quite get through the door.
Yes.
because you have to look up.
Yep. Or twist yourself around or something. Yeah. Yeah, that is bad. Alright, so let's reorientate ourselves a bit there. Bring the nose up a bit.
Okay, so that's moved out the gravity generator.
Yep.
Next thing is power.
So that the gravity generator works.
Correct. So that's around the back of these rescue ships.
Yep.
On the outside, and a little hint
there
is to actually take out whatever uranium's in there before you start to demolish it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And again, cannot carry an entire reactor. It's probably not unreasonable, really.
Yeah, when you
when you put it that way.
When you think about it, yeah, I'm just going to carry this reactor.
Yeah, in pieces, obviously.
Obviously.
It'd be too heavy to carry it if it was all in one.
Yes, especially the shielding and everything. Okay, it's looking about right, isn't it? Maybe just down a smidge and across a smidge.
Now, what you do need to show them, Tosh, is the whole facing stuff with the components when you're doing something that isn't just a square block.
Yeah. Yeah, or once we get to actually doing something like that.
No, I'm the wrong way.
So, have I got any? Yes, I have. So I'll just keep building some...
well, you could fill in the steel under those two if you felt inclined.
Oh, yeah. Can do that.
Not that it's a big issue.
Yeah, well, true.
And the other thing you could do is get some uranium out of your ship that you've refined, because my ship was almost at 0 uranium.
Oh, okay.
So the reactor's not going to last more than a couple of minutes.
So here's the reactor here.
0.12 kilograms of power.
To split stuff, just right-click and drag to another inventory spot, and you'll get this little pop-up, and then I'll just say I need 10 of those. Confirm that, and it'll split it out, and then just drag that across into there. And I'll head over to the reactor. Open that up, and access is denied, of course, because Raker built it and
forgot that he needed
to reset
do that.
Oh, yep. Just in case I hadn't mentioned it before,
okay.
Thank you. You need to highlight the opening before you hit K. So if I hit K over here, it's just going to open up my inventory. Whereas if I highlight that, it opens up the actual inventory that I want. So then we just put 10 units in there, and that's now going to be okay for, well, a while. Anyway. And there we go. And because I've done a perfect job of parking, I can just run straight in here. Grab some more sheets. And get back to welding up our platform. Can I get to that one? Yes, I can. Oh. I think you're pretty right with your 2 reach too. As long as you go into the corner of the further one.
350 sheets isn't much when you dismantle a ship.
No, it's not.
Just thought I'd mention that.
Yep. So maybe there's a little bit more balancing and stuff that they need to do, because bear in mind that's 3 times. So in actual fact, you'd only be able to carry just over 100 sheets in proper, normal mode or realistic mode. So that's really getting tiresome.
Yeah, and you can sort of understand it, that you can't carry the whole ship, but equally there needs to be, it just makes dismantling very, very painful.
Yeah, because if you can't carry it, it just drops. So, if you're in a gravity field and down is down, that's where it will go. Which is why Raker's parked his ship on our platform.
And set the gravity field up before we did anything else.
Yep. Might set some more of those running. Oh, no, not going to have enough for that. I'm going to have to go and get some more iron shortly.
There's some iron in the cargo container.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, I might be right. So I think I've just
Not much though, because we lost some.
Yeah. In the great crash of 2014. Shift while running, shift while walking, by the way, is your standard, go faster. So that's your normal walking speed, and with shift is that. What are you chuckling
So,
at?
well, I was just looking here. This is my 4th trip of dismantling the refinery. I think I know why people tend to use 10 times. Because a refinery, the very base that goes into it is 1,100 steel sheets.
Right. Which is a fair amount.
Well, it's a multiple of 350, yeah.
Yep. Many multiples of 350, actually. Oh no, I've managed to pick them all up. It's okay.
What, did I drop stuff?
Yeah. Just the sheets, so nothing spectacular.
Right. Trying to actually stop when I get my volume
nearly full. Yeah.
goes red, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's the platform completed. So we now have a base of operations to work from. Do you want me to help you dismantle, or what?
Yeah, or can do. So yes, I think we do want to dismantle, and I was just getting the assembler out now.
Yep.
Because that tends to be the first thing you want to put in.
Yeah. Let me empty out all the sheets that I've got, and then I'll come back and stand under you while you're doing that, and maybe we can speed that up a bit.
That's all right. Apparently you can carry an assembler, you just can't carry a refinery.
Oh. Okay. Fair enough then. So you can see how these ships are all sort of put together. Container up there, there is a hopper to fill stuff with.
You happy if I build this?
Build what?
The
refinery?
Yeah.
Or are you doing the assembler?
The assembler, because I'm actually carrying all the components I needed.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do the refinery and that'll show them how it's done. But one thing we have found with the assembler and refinery is by putting the refinery on top of the assembler, there's actually a hatch in the bottom of the refinery that will lead into the top of the assembler. So that seems to be the standard way to build those two things. Am I in your way there, am I? Sorry.
No, I'm just trying to get it facing
the
way I wanted.
Now at the moment what he's doing is he's got a ghost image of the refinery. So very similar to what we've done, where you get your ghost image like that. by page up, page down, left, home, end, insert and delete, change it all around. So you just keep moving through till you get it the way you want it, basically. And 0, by the way, is empty hand, which I don't think I'd actually said to you before. So you need to sometimes place these little holdy bits, otherwise you can't get them to behave the way you want it. So there's our assembler now complete. Access is denied, obviously, because...
Nice medical room you've got here, Tosh.
Why?
Supplies oxygen and power. I needed oxygen
yes.
and power.
Yes, I might do that while I'm here too. You just need to change the settings on that assembler too.
Yeah, I'm just doing it right at this instant. I literally was just to the point of going, I really better run to get...
I need to breathe.
I need oxygen or I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, so we're going to dismantle this whole ship here. Just by using the grinder and picking up whatever bits fall on the ground like that.
Oh, it's rolling away. Grab it.
I got it. If that had have gone off the edge, I will show you what would have happened as I get my finger ready. So if I go off the edge here, I fall until I turn my jetpack on because gravity is down. So I will get inertia by falling, and even once I'm out of the gravity field, I will still fall. And fall and fall and fall and fall and fall and fall.
Although technically, once you're out of the gravity field, it's not called falling anymore.
Well, that is correct. It's called moving.
In the direction that used to be falling when I was in a gravity field.
Yes, but is no longer necessarily falling because of that. So I think we might.
Are you going to build the refinery and show them that, or?
I can do. Yep. Let me get rid of the assembler and grab a refinery blueprint, or for the want of a better word, blueprint.
And I am contemplating, Tosh, whether for the sake of our viewing audience, we should switch to 10 times inventory to avoid this running back and forth all the time thing.
Yeah, it is getting a bit long in the tooth, isn't it? I still haven't worked like that. So that the refinery's on the top and it feeds directly into the assembler. But I need steel plate to do that, of course. So can I get that? Yep, I can. Let me make sure that's all still alright. Yes, it is. Okay. Now we select our welder and we're going to need a whole heap of different stuff. So
now there is one thing that works quite nicely here, is that you can if I can reach it, which I can't without climbing, is you can both weld. So having just been deconstructing things, I can put into your structure the things that are useful to you.
Yep. Oh. Just got bumped out of the way. I'll just keep going with the steel plates then, for the time being. Because there's several, 1100 of them that's needed, so. Okay, now we need steel tubes and computers. So get rid of those. Is it small steel tubes? I think.
Large.
Of course.
You need 12 large steel tubes.
Alright.
And that's all now that I've just added steel plates.
Alright. So 10. Just bring the whole lot across is easier. Okay. There we go. Our refinery is complete. So we can now build stuff as we need to. without actually going into our ships anymore.
So maybe we should bring all of the stuff you have in your ship out.
Yep.
Tosh.
That's a good idea. See how many trips this is going to take me.
Now, I did notice we seemed, when I was looking at making something earlier, seemed to be short on nickel and cobalt. As in, like none of.
That doesn't surprise me. I don't recall seeing it anyway. Now what I'm going to do is put these raw materials... maybe I'm not going to put those raw materials... Oh, the connector's not connected. Okay. I'll have to worry about that later. So, a few more 1,000 trips and we'll get everything over there. We might pause because I think this is just going to be ridiculously boring. Because I'm going to need to just run backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. So, we're at the 30-minute mark anyway, so we might actually...
Make this a short one and...
call this quits. So we'll continue dismantling our ship, we'll continue transferring stuff from mine across, and then we'll probably come back as we head off to try and find some other ores and stuff from our new home. So leave a comment, leave a like if you were so inclined, and by all means subscribe. We try to answer all the comments, and I do note that I have a couple there that I need to get back to today. So I think for now, there you go. There's the lovely wave from Raker. And if I go to number 4, I can actually wave back to him. But
okay, right.
You won't see that. But I
well,
can also...
if you go V, you can see that.
Yeah, well, that's true. I can, except I've got a block now in the middle of you. If I go to 4, which I do like that one. Can you just do 4 for me?
What's 4?
The face paint.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually have that one loaded. So
okay.
Sorry, I just got other things in there.
No worries. Next time. I love that.
It is good, isn't it?
It is. And that one, of course. Everything's a-okay. It's all good.
It is.
It is. Alright, we shall leave it at that. As I said, leave comments. Tell us what you think about it so far. Tell us things that you may have heard about the game, etc. Happy to discuss that. We're trying to keep up to date with all the stuff that's coming through from the devs and everything. They're doing very regular releases of it. I think we only got the previous one about 2 or 3 days ago, so it's something that they're working really hard on. All right, so for me it's good night,
and for me it's good night too.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.